Hello, and thank you for joining this sound bath March 3rd. The time right now is about 5:30. And the reason why today we are doing it in the morning, and you probably can't see me very well, I don't have the best lighting, just moved, so new energy, is because this is so special to me. And because even though I may not personally be able to see this blood moon eclipse, I'm sure a lot of people are in the same predicament. Even though we're in the same location or the right area, Eastern Central Time, doesn't mean we can see it. But what does that mean? That means we are still influenced by the energy of that pull, of that movement. And as most people know, we are like 80% water. And on top of that, the moon controls water. It controls the even flow of the oceans, of the rivers, of the lakes here on the earth, and it ebbs and flows with us. When we have astrological events such as an eclipse, it amplifies that energy tenfold. Not only does it amplify that energy tenfold, but it shows us where, if you know your chart, it shows us where it's going to be affecting us the most. And right now, we have this moon in Virgo where the opposite is Pisces. And we just moved out of this Pisces energy. We just left. Very dreamy. That's great. Very spiritual. That's great. But for me personally, being my moon is in Pisces, very emotional. And if you are aware of where the planets are in your chart and where, all the houses are, you can look at these astrological movements like this moon in Virgo and truly see how and where it affects you. So with my Virgo in my chart, it becomes very grounding. It helps me reevaluate. It helps me re-see where and how I can organize or put together or stabilize or finish or clean or do something that's going to better the whole. It's going to better, not only me, but around me. So when we look at these changes, we really need to see where and how they're going to affect us personally. But as like the whole of the world, there's a lot more to this than most think. We just had a Mars movement, which is passionate but very war driven. And if you look at where all of the world is moving towards, it is liberation, it's freedom, it's rebellion, it's moving away from these constructs that have stopped us in the past from being authentic, whether as a country or individuality. So we look at these movements and we can truly see how they are affecting the world. And a lot of these bigger planets like Uranus, who just moved, Neptune, who just moved, all these things, even Jupiter, who's moving right now. I mean, the planets are in constant movement. It's not like they're ever going to stop. But when these larger placements move, it isn't just, me individually. It is affecting so many people on such a grander scale than we can possibly conceptualize. So we have to look at history a lot of times and see where these patterns repeat itself. And that's where I think, history begets the future understanding, because when these planets rotate, when the movement happens, we can look back and go, wow, Civil War, wow, this other major historic event happened during this time, this placement, this particular degree. And right now, there's a lot of fire energy. There's a lot of fire movement. And one thing I wish people could take from this particular full moon is not to hold on to all that combative energy, all that combusting energy that's starting all over right now. Holding on to that rebellious nature is great. It is. But what I wish people could take out of this new moon, or not new moon, this full moon, is truly how to flow. how to flow into self, how to become lost in the flow, in the path, in the Tao, how to become so enamored in what you're trying to create that it just flows. Everything just moves, it goes forward, because even if you visit the same creek at the same point in time on this pathway, it is a different creek. It is different water flowing. It is not the same that it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago. It is completely new. And that is the energy coming into this year. And with that energy, it's very continuous this year, the fast pace in which we're moving with the horse and the fire energy behind it. So me as a fire energy, wow. I really have to slow down, and I really have to flow. And the reason why is because I will combust. And it's too much energy, too much, too quick. And if I'm not stable, if I'm not secure, if I haven't built my groundwork first, then this would be ridiculous. And that's pretty much what I've been telling people the last 6 months, is build this foundation, build this groundwork, make it as hard and stable as possible, because when the year truly kicks off, we need to be able to fall back on that stability. We need to be able to say, okay, this is the point where I can rest, because we are going to have to take those moments to rest as the year progresses. And sometimes it's not going to feel like rest. It's going to feel like, wow, there's nothing I can do. I'm stuck. But those are the moments you have to take and rest, because the universe goes pause. So when we look at this coming year and these energies, where in your life can you look at this month and see where you can organize it, where you can ground it, where you can clean it up a bit, make it a little easier, with AC units or with gutters. There's always a vent, or there's a cage or a net or something that catches the debris. We are at that point where you got to clean that off, clean the debris off, get it away, make it clear, make it clean, make it so that the energy just can go through. And if something's not meant to be for you, it's going to get stuck. And then you could just clear it off, wipe it off, because now is the time to hold on to that stability. And with Virgo being an earth energy, now is the time. We've already planted. Now is the time to water. Water that plant. As people say on Instagram and such, when there's something we want to feed, there's something we want to give into, there's something we want to promote, we got to water it. We got to know that it's already been planted. It's already been planted. The work's been done. We've done it. We got emotional last month with the moon. That was a hard one for me. But now it's time to water those plants and see how they grow. So before I begin the sound bath, being that this one's going to be possibly a little bit longer than the last few I've done, I just want also that when we do sound baths, it could potentially trigger emotional responses. And that's great, because I want people to feel that emotion. I want people to understand that energy can sometimes hold emotions, sometimes hold memories. And it's not good, it's not bad. It just shows us these feelings that come up that we need to process, or these feelings that come up we need to listen to, or we haven't listened to before. And now is the time that we are stable. Now is the time we can look at these incidences and heal. Or we can let these emotions come. And a true emotion only lasts like 30 seconds. I don't know if you know this, but emotion only lasts really 30 seconds. So if you feel it and you're like, oh, crying and just, a mess, let the feeling come. Feel it. Name it. This is sadness, this is grief, this is anger, this is pain, whatever it may be. Feel it totally. Feel where it is in your body. Is it in your chest? Is it in your throat? Is it in your head? Where is this feeling? And then allow it to be. I understand I'm feeling grief. I know what grief is. When you can name it, you have more control over it. When you can say, this is grief and it hurts and it's in my chest and it's heavy and it's sad and it's all consuming and you're crying, feel it. People don't want to feel anymore. People don't want to say, oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm feeling grief. And I think now is a time where people are more coming together and more people are more conscientious of others around them. We are showing more empathy towards each other in these drastic times, and it truly uplifts my heart, even though we are having so much grief of the world right now. And everything's political. Everything is going to get to that point in which we can't argue with it no more. We can't say this doesn't affect us no more. And here in America, it is affecting everybody, not just Americans. But before I get too political, I just wanted to make one more point before I begin this sound bath. So, you feel these emotions come up, feel them, name them, let them go. It's temporary. It's not going to last forever. And if you hold on to it, then it could last forever. If you bottle it up and push it down, it could also last a very long time until it just goes poof. And you can't do anything else but to truly feel it. And by that time, it has been fermenting for who knows how long, and it, like kombucha, is ready to explode. So please remember that sound baths can and will bring up emotions. They can trigger memories. They can do a lot of things, and I don't think many people understand how powerful frequency healing is, sound healing is, because if we allow it to, it can clear our auric fields. It can clear out all the stagnant energy, and that is the main goal, is to release the stagnant energy, to release the doubts, the fears, the emotions that have truly held on longer than they needed to, so that we can be at peace and we can be whole and we can be full of energy and positivity, and we can move forward in this next phase, in this new beginning, with clarity, with certainty, and with the understanding of who we are authentically. So if you could hold on and join, I will be moving right behind me and we'll be playing some bowls. Thank you. want you to focus on your third eye. Right there. In the center. And picture that dream life. Hold that image. Don't ever let go of the person you truly wish to become. Hold that image and never let it go. In your heart of hearts, who are you? Are you kind? Are you nice? Are you true? Shanti. 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 Peace, peace, peace. May there be peace in your hearts as we move forward. May you find peace in life as well as we move forward to be our most authentic and true versions of ourselves as we move forward. Thank you for joining me for this sound bath. I hope you guys can meet us again next time on the next full moon. In the meantime, enjoy the energy. Thank you.